Buckle up, Buttercup. Live from Gloucester, Massachusetts. Podcasting around the world. You're listening to the Gloucester Cast Podcast, a production of Joey Shimataro and Good Morning Gloucester Media. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the show with your host, Joey Shimataro, and his crew of merry castaways. No piping plovers will be intentionally harmed in the production of this podcast.
We are live. We're live at Savor Wine and Cheese. Chris McCarthy, the birthday boy, is with me.
Oh, it's my birthday?
Birthday boy, that's right.
It's my mother-in-law's birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Happy birthday.
Sushi Sang Lee is with us.
Sushi Sang Lee.
Oh,
There's your camera right there. And I'm your host, Joey Shimataro. This is our first live Omakase presentation.
Yep.
And you've been, how long have you been working out of this space now?
It's almost a year now.
Almost a year.
February 7th. Yeah, that's the
Wow.
first year. Yeah.
Yeah.
First anniversary. I started this business out of Toronto, January.
Right.
But I moved here February 7th last year.
That's great.
Yeah.
And
Nice,
has it
nice.
been successful? You happy with it?
I'm very content. Yeah. It's been
Very good.
it wasn't easy, but I enjoyed every day, and it's fun to learn and
That's great.
interact with those local fishermen and get freshest fish out right off the dock. That's the privilege.
That's awesome.
So what are we going to see today?
So I just want to introduce you about Omakase. Still, a lot of people asking me what's Omakase, and some people what's Omaseki. They don't even pronounce well. So it's Omakase.
Omakase.
Omakase, yeah. So makase in Japan. So makase means just it's your choice. When you go to regular restaurants, you go to Virgilio's and, hey Joey, what do you want? Makase means
What's the best? What's the special?
whatever,
What's fresh? What's good?
Oh, okay.
So when you put the word "oh" in front of makase, it means kind of more polite way. Just prepare. I'll have whatever you prepare for me. So I'll leave it up to you. So
I'll trust you.
Yes. So omakase. So there's a sushi chef and omakase chef.
Oh,
It's different. So
interesting.
good example is dentist and what's the other person who does braces.
Yeah.
Orthodontist.
Orthodontist. I
Right.
think that's a good
That's
example because
Yeah, good
if you want to be omakase chef, you have to master the sushi part, and then because all the service style and culture is different. Because regular sushi bar, you get those order tickets coming in, you look at the ticket and make the order, and send them out. But omakase sushi bar, there's no menu. You have to create those normally minimum 15 to 20 courses, different courses throughout about 2.5 hour dinner.
Oh,
So it's pretty much more serious experience. And the best way to experience sushi because it tastes the best right after the chef makes nigiri, especially nigiri sushi. So this is a setup, kind of an example of regular setup at the omakase place. So the plate and chopsticks and oshibori. I serve oshibori twice. The first oshibori is just clean your hands, and the second oshibori is actually your finger wipe. So when I put sushi on top of the plate, you don't even need to use chopsticks. You can just use your hand,
right.
and then wipe your fingertips on your oshibori towel. Yeah, I don't even use chopsticks when I go to omakase place. Some sashimi or ginger, those things you need chopsticks. But for sushi, I would recommend just use your bare hands.
Yeah. That's technically the right way to eat it, right? With your fingers.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
because the sushi, the nigiri sushi, I'm gonna show you, but like rice and the fish on
Yeah.
top. Nigiri means grape, so it's a grape sushi.
Okay.
So there is a maki sushi. So maki is like the most popular roll,
Right. Right.
and there is press sushi in the Osaka style, hako. Like there are many different types of sushi, but nigiri is the grip, and which is it's a very modern style sushi. So that was actually fast food. Like this chef named Yohei, he's the one who created this style, and it was very busy pier, and there's so many imports and exports, and people like don't even have time to sit down and eat. So there's just so busy. So he started making this style, sliced fish, with rice, put together, and then boom. And then people just they don't even sit down. They just stand there like that, and then eat it, boom, 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 and then they just go back to work.
Wow.
So that was the origin of this style. But the beauty of this is when you grip rice, you can control those air between those grains of rice. So once you put it in your mouth, just a spring breaks, spread in your mouth easily.
Wait, and you're supposed to eat it all in one bite, or is
Yes,
it okay?
one bite.
One
Yeah.
bite. Yeah.
There's a couple like little rules at omakase places. That's one of them. One bite.
One bite. Okay. Yeah.
I know. It's sometimes like, especially ladies, like, is it too big?
Too
You know,
big,
I can't,
right.
like, but they take it 2 bites. But
Yeah.
if you
They
could,
mess it all up.
yeah, if there's wasabi's around the middle, so if you take the little bites, you're not gonna get any wasabi. You know, like,
Yeah.
basically it's a 1 bite thing. Yeah.
And what do you do when you see or hear someone ask for a fork, and
Fork?
they're cutting it?
That's why I suggest like just use your hand.
Just
you know,
yeah, right.
Right, make it easy.
Uh,
But the also part, I think, a part for omakase that's very interesting is, I think when I own a lobster company, right? So I know, and I used to own them. We used to handle fish, and I would notice that, like, there's in different seasons. There's abundance of different types of fish,
oh yes.
and there's
Very
a lot of it. And when there's a lot of it, the price is usually depressed, and it's obviously plentiful and fresh. So you are in a lot of the fish markets in town, and you see what is here, what is available, and what is fresh. So when you go for omakase, you're trusting the professional,
Exactly.
the guy, the person that has the knowledge to. Because I may in my head, you say you go for sushi instead of omakase, and you say I want this. Well, you don't necessarily that particular type of seafood may not be in season, and there's just better options. And the omakase chef is going to present you the best options that are available at that time
Yes.
throughout the year,
It's very seasonal.
because it changes all the time.
Changes it all the time, and there's so many. So what I'm doing is I still love Japanese fish, so I'm using some of Japanese fish. So that's called Edo Maya style. Edo means the old name for Tokyo. So
okay.
so Tokyo, there are Tokyo style sushi and Osaka style, but the Tokyo style is most popular. So, but in order to do Edo Maya style, you have to use fish only from around Tokyo area.
Okay.
But I don't want to do that because there's still so many great fish around here too.
Right.
So I want to mix both, like great Japanese fish and great local fish.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I found out we have great lobster year round.
Yeah.
And we have great live scallops,
Yeah.
beautiful scallops,
Right.
like right off the boat.
Right.
And yeah, I could get it, hand pick it
Yeah.
before they ship it to like New York or
That's
any
great.
other. Yeah.
Right.
That's good.
Yeah.
I've so in eating sushi throughout my sushi eating career, I've noticed rice plays an important part. I mean, not only the freshness of the fish,
I think the rice
but
is
the
more
rice.
important than fish.
So
for sure.
yeah, so share
I can talk
your
about rice all
philosophy
day.
around.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rice is serious.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Example: there are 2 pieces of nigiri sushi. One is like perfectly prepared rice and kind of B grade fish on top. The other one has A grade fish on top, but B grade rice.
Right.
If you taste both, you could taste it different. You can see the one with the better rice is better. Tastes better.
Yeah.
Because rice could cover those fishes down hard,
Oh, interesting.
but fish cannot cover rice is down.
Good point.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Rice is very serious. So, like the best rice, the hoshikari rice is a short grain. Normally, there are a lot of them harvesting in California now, but the best quality is from Japan. There's great rice from Korea too, but they don't have those connections to U.S. I don't think it's hard to get. Anyways, good rice is from like really rich soil and the water. They grow in the water, so water is very important.
Yeah.
And so when you cook rice, a lot of people using just tap water. I never use tap water. I use fresh water, spring water.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
And the best water for that rice is the spring water that rice grew up with. So like some really, really high-end serious omakase place in Japan, they use those water for that rice.
The
The
rice here?
same
Wow.
region.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I use good rice. I use not the best water, but yeah. But anyways, like no tap water. No tap
No tap water.
because there's a chlorine in it. So,
Right.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Higgins is chimed in and he says, "I have a class. I have a class tomorrow. I need a fish." And Lynn Scannell says to say hi as well. So we have some people watching as we speak right now. So, so you want me to focus down there right now?
Show you. I'll show you because I was in the middle of prep for tonight, and I just grabbed some tuna today. So it's beautiful bluefin tuna and 3 different parts. Akami, which is aka means red, mi means flesh. So literally means red meat.
Okay.
The red part, and the toro is a meat fatty. And this is otoro, the fattiest part. So like when you go the side of the fish, those the toro is like here is like lighter fatty, but to go towards the middle, it's fattier and fattier, like same as any human or any other animal. Like, it's like a bacon, like that's the fat. But the fish fat is money, big money. It's like the fatty part is way more expensive. So fat is money.
Now is it more expensive because there's less of it, or is it because or is it because it tastes better, or
less
more?
less of it, and the more flavors, richer. Yeah.
We learned that in Wicked Tuna, because when they stick in that probe,
Yep.
check the fat content. Not every tuna, has the same fat content.
Different.
Yeah.
And season 2, like that's
Season
why
two.
this tuna season starts like June, but you can't really consume those tuna because it's too lean.
So the in June, the tuna coming from down south, and they're just racing up here. They're not feeding so long. They get here, and then they just go in the bay, the Gulf of Maine, and they feed on pogies and bluefish and herring, and they're just getting fatter and fatter and fatter. By October, I imagine, is some of the
I
best.
think it's to start, start getting fatty enough, like end of August, like September,
Yeah,
And
because
those small fish too. When small fish is lean, tuna's lean. When small fish get fatter, like mackerel, when they get fatter, the tuna gets fatter. That's what they eat. But mainly, yeah. So I'm gonna make like 3 different kinds of tuna nigiri. So akami first, and this it's a little piece but left. Fresh wasabi from Shizuoka, Japan. So I grate it on the shark skin.
Shark skin, really?
It's like amazing.
I mean, there's so few places that serve fresh wasabi, right?
Only high-end omakase places
Right.
because it's very pricey, especially in wintertime. Its price is like
Oh, really?
almost double up. Yeah.
Really?
So I'll let you taste it. So when you go to omakase place, this is a first course.
Oh, really?
Yes, because
Kill
there's so
everything
many.
anyway.
There's so many different grades of wasabi, and the flavor is different from different regions. So when fresh wasabi is there, this is your first course. Use up your upper hand.
Stick it.
So how spicy is this going to be?
You'll see.
Oh,
tell
boy.
me. It's not that spicy.
Nice.
It's very clean.
Oh my
Very
god!
clean.
Wow.
What a difference.
Yeah, compared to the stuff that you got.
Yeah, because wasabi only grows in the super fresh water, and and the climate has to be like kind of year round, kind of the same, not too hot, not too cold. That's why it's hard to find those right place to grow. That's another reason. One of the reasons they're very
Almost
high
has a little
price.
garlicky flavor to it too.
They're a little sweet, right?
Yeah.
A little sweet flavor, very refreshing.
Very, very clean, very clean finish.
You need some water?
No. I'm starting to cry. You're doing such a great job.
Your tears. All right.
I've been told that one of the things you don't do when you go out to sushi is ask the sushi chef for more wasabi. Is that true? Do the sushi chefs pride themselves on knowing just how much how much wasabi to give?
Yes. So that's on the wasabi amount is different, depends on the fish.
Okay.
Like fattier fish, you gotta put more, and then the leaner fish you put less. And the shellfish, like scallop, like some fish doesn't even have any fat, you gotta put really little bit.
Okay.
So that you have to
So it
control.
doesn't take it over.
Mm-hmm. And also the rice temperature also is important when you make fattier fish. You gotta use as warm as possible.
Oh, really?
The right temperature is a little above than body temperature.
Right.
When you make shellfish or those lean fish, you gotta cool it down a little bit and then use it. So you gotta control the temperature of the rice, control of the amount of wasabi, and all that.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a lot of things. A lot of things going on. Yeah.
It's an art.
And so this is akami.
Do you massage the fish at all? Do you
Massage?
spank it or anything? No.
I aged them.
Oh, you do age them.
The aging part is also very important. So what I do, I serve akami zuke. Zuke means a marinade. So this is my special zuke sauce with dashi. I put it in for 2 minutes. And then pat dry, and then make sushi. So all this flavor goes into it.
Wow.
Oh my god. So,
Wow.
You just don't get like my stomach all of a sudden.
Oh
It's
my
just
god. My juice buds. Taste buds.
I know.
Juice
I like salivating
we're
right
gonna
now.
do two pieces. So actually, I'm working on getting the license to get seatings here.
Oh, really?
So
Wow.
I need a pretty high chairs. So
Yeah.
people could come in and
Yeah.
about 6, maybe 8 people could come in and sit down, so I could serve.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, they could serve right here.
That'd be awesome. You almost make another little counter, a little lower. Instead of buying the high chairs.
Oh, this one, yeah, because I just try to keep this one.
Right.
Because if I want to lower this, it's going to be a lot of
money,
yeah,
right.
A lot of work.
Yeah.
So
No, that's great. That's
And they could buy the sake.
Yeah, we got the
at
sake,
Savor,
right.
yeah, we have
And
great
then-
sake selections,
and then they could get that, bring it over, and have your sushi service.
great wine selections, and because we do the sake tasting from Savor. So, yeah, this Sunday I'm doing sushi lesson, sushi demo, first 1 hour, after 1 hour, do hands-on sushi class, and then Savor providing this sake tasting. So,
Why don't you give the listeners an idea of what's involved in like the lessons? What will they get from it?
yeah, rice, showing people how to make rice properly, how to wash it, how to cook it, and how to mix with vinegar, and all that. And then hand roll. That's the easiest one can make. Anybody can make at home. So I show how to make 2 different types of hand rolls, and then other makis. There are 3, 4 different types of makis.
Yeah.
There's a uramaki, which is like rice outside, like California roll style, and then the seaweed outside maki, hosomaki, and omote maki. So those makis, that's the first step. So like, and then maybe later I can show you how to do make nigiri.
Oh, that's great.
But first one is more focus on makis.
Great.
Yeah.
So if you go to www.sushisangli.com, you can sign up for the.
You can just send me an email and tell me how many people, then I just personally interact with other customers.
The email address is sushisangli@gmail.com.
Yes.
All right, there you go.
All right. So.
And you also have some Valentine specials coming
Oh,
up.
yes.
A Valentine special, right?
My love box.
The Love Box.
Love box.
Yes.
Yeah, I did that last year. It was pretty got popular. People loved it.
So if you're looking for sushi Valentine's Day, go to.
Normally I don't open on Monday, but this Valentine's Day Monday I'm gonna be open.
Great.
And I only make like 20 orders per night, and I already got like 8. Yeah, I sold 8.
So you
hurry
phone up
up,
quickly.
yeah.
If you want sushi on Valentine's from Sushi Sang Lee, get your order in sooner rather than later.
All right, and okay, this is horse.
What's the most interesting fish you've ever eaten in your fish eating career?
Most interesting fish. Well, I mean, I'm from South Korea, so like, I grew up eating
Some pretty funky
live octopus.
Live octopus?
Yeah, live octopus.
Okay.
That's pretty bizarre. Like
Is it?
for other like, but I wasn't. I didn't mind because I loved it. But when I visited my family in Korea with my wife, Elena, she was freaked out.
Yeah.
And
That's
yeah,
right.
she couldn't even looking at it. He says, "Keep moving, keep moving on the plate."
Oh.
Like chop them up and they just put some sauce on it and just serve. And then we
Wow.
just eat it with some soju, but you gotta chew well, otherwise it'll stuck.
Oh.
Oh, the section cup?
Yeah.
Oh.
You gotta chew well.
Yeah. You don't want to get stuck in your colon.
I love it. You know what I love? My favorite seafood to eat raw is shrimp.
Yeah.
And scallop.
Yeah, yours
Yeah,
sweet
shrimp.
Oh.
I didn't
So
know you could
delicious.
eat shrimp raw.
Delicious.
You were eating lobster raw the other day too.
Lobster raw, yeah,
Oh,
really,
it's
I love
great.
it. I love it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Lobster sashimi. Yeah.
So here we go.
So rice. My rice is a little brown. It's not brown rice because the vinegar I use is a dark vinegar, which is
Okay.
very special vinegar. It's really hard to get, and that vinegar makes it look like brownish. So this technique is, it takes a lot of practice and time to master. This is nigiri. So I go here. You're right-hander or left-hander?
I'm right here.
So it depends on that. The angle's different.
Oh, see that? Interesting.
All right. So do I go here first or here first?
If your hands are clean, you can just go right ahead.
I was just gonna go like that just in case. This is the
I've got
more
the
red
lean,
one.
lean part.
More
Yeah,
lean.
lean. But I marinated. One bite.
Oh.
One bite.
And are you supposed to dip it in soy sauce?
So
Or?
I put brush soy sauce on top of it.
Oh my god. Oh,
So the idea is to eat it the way that you serve it.
Yes.
wow. What'd you
I
try?
can't believe it. Thank you.
That's the umami omakase. Is that outstanding?
So tuna, I can
Wow.
make like at least like 15 course tuna dinner. Like there's so many different parts and the flavors all different depends on the part. Like some example, there's meat right behind the eyeball. That's one of my favorite parts.
Ooh.
That's a beautiful part.
Really?
Yeah, and then the head here, and then collar, and then this back strip. That's anyways like tuna. I could
Wow.
I could feed you all day and all different parts.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
Actually, I want to do that next like tuna season. You know, if I get a big whole tuna,
Yeah.
tuna special,
Wow.
tuna day.
Maybe during the Blue Flame blowout, we can get you one. Get Anthony Catarano to
So
donate one.
We might get something to drink.
I'm good for now.
Want something to drink?
What?
Want sake?
What's that?
Want sake?
Should we have a little sake?
You want to try one? We can rate it.
Sure. So these are so right here.
So I have a smaller bottle, and it's pretty good too. So let me get you that.
All right. And all these sakes are available here at Saber Wine and Cheese. Do you know what the address is?
76 Prospect Street.
76 Prospect Street. I'll put the address in here.
Right. Seriously. Shutoro.
Again, stop down. I don't know how many of you have been here before. This is my first time, but what a great spot to buy cheese and meats and some great wines.
Yes, I got super lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And great spot for staying. But it's a great location if you're having a party. You can buy your wine, cheese.
Well,
and,
the case over there has everything you could possibly need for a charcuterie board.
Yeah.
So this is the medium fat.
Medium fatty. Yes, Shutoro.
It's indescribable. Thank you.
It's just so satisfying, so clean.
So it tastes the best right after make because neta is a fish is pressing down the rice. So if you wait too long, it packs the rice. So when you put it in your mouth, the rice is more like kind of mochi, not mochi, but like packed.
Yeah.
So when the rice is fluffy, that time tastes the best.
And again, the rice, the difference between
Yeah.
your average.
So this is a seikyo. This is my go-to.
Oh, really?
This is a medium body sake.
I know today's focus is on sushi, but quick overview on like the differences in
Sure,
sakes.
sake. Yeah, I'm not a super expert, but I know the basics, which is start with the junmai. Junmai sake is junmai means kind of pure. So when you make sake, you add based on rice, right? You're making sake out of those.
Oh, that is good.
Happy birthday!
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, happy
thanks.
birthday.
Yeah, cheers. We have to shoot it.
No.
So junmai is very mild, dry.
Mm.
That's good starter. Like it goes well with the white fish, lighter fish. And junmai is good for hot sake. Like some people love hot sake during the winter time, especially because there's a junmai ginjo, junmai daiginjo. Those are polish the rice more.
Mm.
That's why it's more money and more flavor. So junmai daiginjo is like basically polish it so much that you just use a little bit of on the middle, center of the rice,
Really?
grain of rice. Yeah. So junmai, good for hot sake, good for lighter fish. And every sake company they use different koji. Koji is basically like kind of fungus, but it creates the different flavors. So also they put some alcohol, like artificial alcohol,
Okay.
added to it, so it create the different flavors. So so those are higher end. You serve chill. don't heat it up, because if you heat it up, you lose those aromas.
Right.
Yes.
And some are cloudy.
Cloudy one, yeah, it's unfiltered.
Unfiltered.
Yeah,
unfiltered.
nigori, yeah.
So we have a question here from Bill Powell. He says, "Hi guys, looks tremendous. What days and times is Chef Lee available?"
So we open Thursday through Sunday, and 5 to 8 o'clock.
Thursday through fun.
Thursday through Sunday, 5 to 8.
And you can get all that information on his website, sushizangli.com. And really, you'd like people to order.
Yes, if you have any questions, just feel free to call, or email. We could I can give you all
But
the
can
information.
people just come in and order, or would you prefer
You're
they?
good able to do that. Yeah,
Right.
I don't mind. But sometimes, because I don't make so much,
Right.
so sometimes I sells out pretty quick.
Right.
That's why I recommend people to order ahead.
Order ahead is the key.
Yeah, because this town people eat early. 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Those two are the busiest times.
Right.
I say I open to like 5 to 8, but I never stay until 8.
Really?
Yeah,
Right.
7 o'clock, I'm done.
Really?
Right.
Yeah,
That's funny.
like,
Yeah.
so
If
5.
it's New York City, they probably wouldn't get
Yeah,
started
midnight.
until 7:30.
Exactly. So I was like, after 7, like, should I wait till 8? Like,
That's funny.
but yeah, it's rarely I get an order after 7.
Yeah.
So those between 5 and 7, and that's like
It's your
really
busy time.
intense. Yes,
Yeah.
we get busy.
Are you making the poke bowls
Poke,
anymore?
yes, poke. Yeah, I have tuna poke and then Arctic char poke.
Right. Okay.
Mhm. That's a great summer item, and I took them out after the summer season, and so many people keep asking for it, so I put them back in.
Okay.
So
Oh, wow.
I still serve poke. Yes.
Good.
Uh,
Yep.
That's interesting.
All right, next one is
This is the super.
Otoro. Yes.
And you can tell how much lighter it is.
Yeah, and rice, sushi is all about like magic with rice, and I think that's why sake is the perfect drink to pair with, because all this vinegar is made of rice and then rice, and then we use a lot of sake to cook, and use a lot of mirin to cook when we're cooking. Yeah, it's all about rice.
Do you sharpen your own knives, or do you have them professionally sharpened?
Oh yes, this sharpening skill it's really important. It's one of the reasons it takes years to become like sushi chef, because you have to understand how to sharpen your knife, how to managing it. It's my third knife, and my first knife I still have it. It looks terrible.
Does it?
I could see the mistakes I made.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so it takes time.
Now, is a Japanese knife, the angle of the blade is different than
Single bevel, yes. So all traditional. I'll show you my knives real quick. So this is called Yanagiba slicer. So every knife has the one purpose. So this is only for slicing, nothing else. So it's very important knife. And then one side is flat, and then one side has a single bevel knife. The honyaki, which is whole thing is handmade. It's very hard, very still, very sharp still. Down part is easy to chip. So that's why you have to manage really well, because it's easy to break.
Interesting.
What about flexibility?
There's no flexibility.
No flexibility,
Zero.
right?
Yeah.
Because some knives you want flexibility, right?
Some
Like a boning knife, do you want it to be
yes,
able to flex?
boning, because you're hitting bone so much. Yeah, but those are not. Doesn't have any flexibility. And this knife called usuba, same single bevel. This is for vegetables.
Okay.
Yeah, this is only for vegetables. They're thin, so this one also easy to chip, but it's the best knife for vegetable when you're chopping or something. And this is called eba. Eba, same. For butchering. It's a butchering knife. So it's a very thick, strong, and sharp. So it could cut all those strong bones. Yeah. So this is a butchering knife. Those three are the most important knives.
That's awesome.
Joe Higgins says, "I'm getting so hungry."
Come on, Joe.
Put your order in.
Yeah, put your order in.
Hey, wait a second. I'm gonna do this for Joe. Hey, Joe. Does that look familiar, Joe? That's my go-to hat right there, buddy. I've been wearing his hat for about 2 months now.
All right.
What are you feeling for? I noticed you were feeling around
And see the lines.
the lines.
So you have to know the lines to slice before you slice. You see those lines side?
Yep.
Yeah. This line
Okay.
has to be go that way, and then
Okay.
I slice
Okay.
the opposite
Against the grain.
against the,
Almost like
the
meat.
line. Yeah. So if you see a lot of chefs on social media, when some chef doesn't follow this line, like if they slice like this, no.
A little.
It's hard to. Anyways.
If they do it the opposite or the wrong way,
wrong way. That means he doesn't know.
but they're doing it.
That's with
Yeah, if you do like this angle, this
right,
angle, no, it have to be
against the grain.
against
with beef. It's the same way.
Right.
You want
Yes.
You want to cut against the grain. Be more tender.
Oh, there's a bone.
Are you always looking to cut the same size piece each time?
I slice smaller for the female customers and make it a little bigger for
Oh, really?
Yes.
Interesting.
that. Also, if there's like really big guy, then I cut a little bigger too.
Oh, wow.
It depends on the customer. If I make it too big, they can't eat one
Right.
bite because I want them to eat one
The
bite.
one bite, yeah.
So, all right. So this part is close to the head, like close to the collar. So it has more intense fat, like marbling, and it's a little firm. That's why I score it.
That's like the wagyu of tuna.
Oh yes, exactly. It's even better. I really think it's better than beef.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I eat this all day.
That sensation when you eat it.
Yeah.
That umami.
Yeah.
What does umami mean?
Umami means like it's deep flavor,
Satisfying.
yes. The deep flavor.
For those of you who are just joining, that is ginger, fresh ginger, being I guess, scrubbed,
Eden, can you grab some ginger curry?
scrubbed on shark skin.
That's wasabi.
I mean wasabi.
But thanks for reminding me. I forgot about the
I had a
ginger.
Freudian slip. And the whole idea behind ginger is to clean the palate before
There's a
your next.
couple reasons. Palate cleanser, yes, and also sushi is cold. It's a cold food, right? So and ginger makes warmer, like heat it up, heats up your stomach.
Okay.
So it's yin and yang thing,
Okay.
yeah, as well.
So what's the appropriate way to eat
Right
ginger?
between the meal, between the pieces.
Between the pieces.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cleanse your. Yes, that's another thing. A lot of people put ginger on top of fish, sushi,
Yeah.
and I highly against.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna
when I
say.
see that, no.
My oldest son does that. Brendan, he puts ginger on his sushi and eats it all together.
Some fish is okay, but especially like
Thank
nigiri like this, because ginger tastes so strong, and it covers up. The
Number one bite.
flavor of fish.
So to recap, you can order right now. You go to sushisangli.com.
Yeah. Some ginger over
and you can
You get your chops.
order you call it a Valentine's box,
Love box.
love box,
Love box.
and that's not a dirty word.
Yeah, my social media is a PG-13, so I can do. I could say a lucky box, like you can get lucky then.
Joe Higgins asks, "Is it wrong that I never use soy sauce?"
Never use soy sauce?
That's what Joe Higgins says.
Really?
He doesn't use it.
Some fish, you can use some salt. Yeah,
Little salt.
some whitefish.
Oh, I like
But
that.
yeah, soy sauce. I mean, yeah, salt is good too. Actually, you can taste fish better. But I love soy sauce. And
Yeah.
the sauce I use is nikiri soy sauce, which is I mix with sake, like nikiri sake, which is after burning alcohol, you boil it, and
So it's just a flavor.
yeah, so no alcohol, sake, mirin, and then shiitake mushroom and kombu infused. So it's
That's
a
why it's so
lighter,
good.
delicate.
Yeah. Again, that's another funny thing. Thinking of my son or sons, the amount of soy sauce they use. It's like between the ginger and the soy sauce, it's like you're defeating the purpose. Can you taste the fish at all?
So good.
Oh, the sake's very good too. Oh, look at this.
Let me show you this real quick. It's called spider crab. It's a local crab, and it's seasonal. Only wintertime you can catch.
Really?
And yeah, it's deep sea crab. They love cold water, so they're great.
They're ugly.
Yeah,
Oh.
they're badass.
Right now is a good
Look at
time of year.
Yeah.
Right now is a very good time to eat crab because the shells have hardened up, so there's a lot more meat in the crab, just like the lobster.
that.
Oh,
Lobster
really?
too,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
delicious.
that tastes tip like your
Sweet. Yeah.
sweet crab.
Crab. And I love lobster too. But
And I saw one of your posts with the scallops. You were touching it with the knife, and that thing was squirming around.
because they're so fresh.
Yeah,
They're still moving.
that's
That's
awesome.
but some people are freaking out, but that's not. That's
Yeah.
just a muscle.
Right.
Yeah. It doesn't have
There's
any
no
like,
brain attached
yeah,
to
no
that.
brain or
Yeah.
anything. Just a muscle memory.
My first time experiencing that was in New York City. I was in a sushi restaurant, and they cut the scallop right there in front of us, and the thing was like pulsating in the middle.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to eat this. I'm like, I don't know if I could eat this thing the way that it's like pulsating. But it was delicious. That's actually one of my favorites is scallop. Yeah,
Yeah,
very
it's sweet. I don't use soy sauce for scallops. I use nice sea salt, lemon zest, and lemon juice.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all you want.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you still doing home events?
Yes,
Catering?
I do pop-ups. There are a couple pop-ups lined up. Talking to Ivory Pearl in Brookline, and they're like beautiful, like raw bar, and they have a really good cocktail.
Oh, really?
Yes, this person, he's famous bartender and restaurateur, Randuin. He's the owner of that place, and I'm planning on doing Omakase pop up there on 26th of February.
26th of February. All right.
Yes, 26th of February, and I also talking to Deacon Giles in Salem.
Okay. Oh, yeah, yeah.
This distillery, and
Yeah.
we're talking about doing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Pop up there on March.
Yeah.
As well, and yeah.
So make sure you follow Sushi Sang Lee on Instagram and Facebook. If you want to make sure that you know about his pop-ups and where he's going to be. That's the best way to keep track of some of the fun things that are going on here at Savor, but more importantly, where he might be doing some roadshow events.
And also, I go to people's houses and
Yeah.
do private parties.
We've had some friends who have actually hired you to cook
Private omakase.
Private Omakase,
Awesome.
which is what we're doing here, and they just rave about it. So, how many people generally?
So there's two different types, but full omakase is 6 people minimum, and the biggest one I've done is so far 18 people.
Wow.
But that's like about 20-course dinner, about like 3 hour
Oh wow.
long dinner.
Wow.
That's one, and the other one is more casual, it's a buffet style. To just come pick it up. About around 11 courses. That one is 15 people minimum.
15.
Yeah, so more volume.
Yeah. And are all those details on your website?
Yes.
Okay.
And then if you have any questions, feel free always email or call. And so I literally bring everything, plates and tableware,
Wow.
my servers, and
Oh wow.
no
Alcohol?
alcohol. So yeah, I just got the scallop.
Oh, do you have? Oh,
This one's not moving actually. Yeah.
We're live right now with Sushi Sangli.
The candy.
it's like
Candy from the ocean.
my other favorite is sea urchin.
Oh yeah, I love
uni.
yeah. The local uni is great too. Yes.
Yeah. Do you like it with quail egg on it?
Uni, I love hand roll.
A hand roll?
Hand roll, yeah.
So uni hand roll
Uni hand roll. That's
With-
my favorite.
with a quail egg?
No quail egg.
Oh, but uni hand roll.
Uni hand roll. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds outstanding. Wow. So if somebody has a special request, like a uni hand roll, can they order that through you or?
I don't, because I only do takeouts right now. So I don't do hand rolls because hand roll it tastes the best right after you make.
Oh,
'Cause
right.
It gets soggy
That's right.
super quick. So
That makes sense.
I don't do takeout. I don't serve here.
Yeah.
So if you are sitting at the bar or at the private events, if you have a request,
Right.
I can do it. I normally serve nigiri style, but
Yeah.
personally,
Oh, right.
I just
This is your
I
style.
love like a lot of uni
Oh
and a
yeah.
big bite.
Yeah. You know Anthony Catarano. I was at his
He loves
restaurant.
uni. Yeah.
I was in his restaurant, Preza, in the North End,
Uh-huh.
and he had a squidding pasta with uni, with sea urchin. It was one of the best dishes I've ever had.
It sounds
My
really good.
favorite is unagi.
Not the
Unagi,
eel.
eel.
Eel, yeah.
Freshwater eel.
I also love mackerel. I like the fishy.
Saba.
Saba.
The
Yeah,
fishy-
I love saba.
What is that?
Zest,
Oh, lemon zest?
lemon zest, and then
So what did you do? Drape that scallop?
You cut it in a specific way.
just cut it half, and then other half, but not the completely. Butterfly.
Is that just for presentation, or
No, it's
that's how you're supposed
So,
to do
it,
it?
so it'll cover the rice.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
and this is called snowflake salt from Japan.
Oh wow! Oh, gold.
It's not that salty. It looks a lot, but it's not salty. It's beautiful.
Oh my god.
Folks, if you're not
People are
on
dying
his
right now.
website right now, like ordering up, let's go. Oh, thank you.
People are dying. Oh, dying trap. Oh.
Oh my god!
Oh. That is so satisfying.
There should be a line out the door right now.
Oh. My god.
Oh, there's nothing like the scallop I've had.
And you have a sip of sake after that.
Sipasaki joke.
Yeah, good to go.
Oh yeah,
Birthday treat for you right now.
Yeah, birthday sushi.
that's what happens when you get old. Oh my god.
So basically, all these courses, the chef pick the best fish of that each category. There are many different categories in the fish world. Shiromi, whitefish. This is a whitefish, and this is one of the best whitefish, called madai, Japanese sea bream. So, and you pick the best like shellfish, which is an abalone or scallop, and then tuna has own category, and hikarimono, which is a silver skin fish, the best one is mackerel or the hijar shad, kohada. Those are the top silver skin fish. Octopus, and I use ankimo, the monkfish liver. It's like this foie gras from the ocean.
Oh,
We used to handle so
oh
much.
that's it.
Yeah.
There was one thing I tried. There was a sushi restaurant at Linfield Marketplace. I think it was cod eggs, cod roe.
Cod roe, yeah.
Was it? Yeah. Joe's telling me what I was really eating, but
Speaking
I
of roe,
did not enjoy that.
Oh, that cod milk. That's
Cod
not
milk, yeah.
Cod milk? No, I didn't have cod milk.
It looks like ribbon.
Cod milk? You had that?
No, I didn't have cod.
Shirako. That's a delicacy. It's
Yeah.
cod sparring. Yeah.
That's what I told him.
Well, that's what sea urchin is.
No, sea urchin.
Uni.
Uni is
Gonad, isn't it?
it's not. Some people say it's like ovary of sea urchin.
The testicles or the.
It's not raw actually. It's not raw.
No, it's butter.
And speaking of raw, this is the raw called Karasumi, the egg of mullet.
Oh, what?
Mullet.
Mullet?
Mullet.
Yeah.
Is it mullet?
mullet.
Yeah, mullet.
It's a mullet raw. It's a
Wow.
I
cured.
must have been a big mullet.
This is like a cheese. Now,
Is it?
Yes. I'll let you taste. This is a delicacy, and I love this with sake especially. This
You
is
eat sushi every night?
every day.
Every day?
Every day. That's why on my day off, I don't eat fish.
Oh, really?
No, I eat meat. Day off.
That's amazing that it's.
Take a little bite. It's a pretty strong, rich. And
smell it
take a
too.
little
The smell
bite and
tastes
then have a sake.
See if I can get that to focus.
Mm. Yeah, that's definitely like a cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
good,
the
right?
same consistency as a cheese.
It does. A little bit of saltiness.
Yeah.
A lot of umami. It's a lot of umami.
Wow.
A lot of what?
Umami. Umami. It's like the flavor.
Oh,
A lot of flavor.
oh, yeah. And how do you usually eat this? Just straight up like this?
You can do straight up like that, and then on my menu I do like madai with karasumi. This is called karasumi. I grate on top, like cheese grate,
Mm.
like flakes. You can eat that, and also when I do private events, I mix with squid. It goes really well with squid too.
Oh my God. Yeah, that might be good in a dish. Like squidding pasta dish. Grated or
Yes.
squidding pasta.
Yeah, it'll be really good.
Can you
That's
buy
funny. I've never heard of that.
This in Western country called putarga. So it's the same thing, putarga, and this is Japanese style. It's a karasumi.
Can you buy that at any market in the area?
I'm not sure. I got this directly from Japan.
Japan, really?
But you could look it up online, putarga or karasumi.
Yes.
I'm sure you can find out.
Probably on Amazon.
Hoping, anything you could get from Amazon now. So, yeah,
Go to Market Basket.
this is a madai sea bream.
So,
It's one
One
of my
bite.
favorite- One of my favorite fish.
The One Bite. We have a new One Bite app.
One bite. And there's also 5-second rule. When chef drop, you gotta eat it in 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot wait. Omakase place is not a place like you catch up with your friends and talk for like hours. You only have 2 hours, and there's so many courses, so you have to eat like right away, right after serve.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that. I like that concept. What do you think, Joe?
I'm so happy right now. My stomach is happy. My brain is happy. Everything is just so happy.
Wow.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming. Yeah, appreciate it always.
that was outstanding. What I've noticed, you got to cut back on the soy sauce when you're out and about to really
Oh, when you
enjoy
get the quality like this.
That's true.
Yeah, because the rice is seasoned already, and also fish is seasoned too. I lightly salt cured
Yeah.
everything, and that fish also the skin is very delicate. So I pour hot water on it and chuck in the ice water, so you can able to eat the skin and the meat at the
Right.
same time. So everything's seasoned, so you don't need a lot of soy sauce.
That was outstanding.
Delicious.
Folks,
Come on down to Sushi San Lee, but go to the website because there's so much information on the website. Different types of things that you can order. You can contact Sang and have a private
Party.
omakase service at your house. You can have the love box for Valentine's Day.
That weekend, that's gonna be crazy weekend. It's a Super Bowl weekend /
yeah,
Valentine's Day weekend.
Yeah.
yeah.
Get it. So I would get it in the order soon. Then you have poke bowls, and it's Thursday through Sunday, except for Valentine's week. You're going to be open on that Monday.
Yes.
So,
Only that
but
Monday.
you're only going to do. Are you going to limit the service for Monday? How many?
20 boxes.
So once that sells
20
out,
love boxes.
Yeah, I can't do more than that. It's
Right.
too much work.
right? If you're thinking about a love box for Valentine's Day, I would go today and place your order.
That's what I've gained an appreciation for when you say the time. I mean, one would think you can just chop up some fish and throw it in a box and call it the love box, but there's a lot of love and
A lot of
Time.
because you gotta cut everything the right way, and when you put it in the box, those colors you have to
It's art. It's not just
Right.
It's art.
it's like painting something.
It really is. It's like art.
I mean, come down and try the sakis too.
great sake. This Kirinzan, it's a higher end, and this also has great flavor. This is a new addition, the flavor,
This blue one.
and they're all good. Whatever it has, we can work together. I gave her the good sake list, and we work with the sales rep, and we're getting great sake.
Yeah.
Also, the other part is when all of downtown or whatever has a very difficult situation with parking bans and snow. There's a whole big parking lot right
In there.
behind the building here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where you pull in, you don't have to pay a meter. You can come right in and not have to worry about finding the parking
Right.
spot, which is very
Yes.
convenient. So,
Yeah. And then you can, when you're pulling out, go to Holy Cow and buy your dessert.
Right there.
we have someone here that's putting in an order. What time are order is going to be available today if he puts in an order?
Oh, that's my son.
Today,
That's Connor.
Oh, that's Connor.
That's Connor.
I'm pretty open right now. Yeah, not that busy today so far. I mean, a lot of people order last minute these days, so I wait till like 5 o'clock and then order keep coming in. So, yeah, 5 o'clock, between 5 and 8. Yes.
Between 5 and 8, Connor. So you can go right on the website. There you go.
Come in and buy some sake too.
Yeah,
he was in
buy
Vegas.
some-
He was in Vegas, and
Yeah.
Oh, he's back here now.
he's back here. Supposedly, him and his girlfriend drank like 3 bottles of sake at one of the restaurants.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what he said.
well,
Yeah.
I bet you Dad would like a nice bottle of sake for his birthday, Connor. while you're in here,
Or a gift certificate.
or a
You
gift
sell
certificate.
gift certificates?
Oh yes. We do.
Oh, gift certificates.
There you go. All right.
Anybody else watching who wants to give me a gift? Gift certificate, Sang Lee.
Well, thanks so much, Sango.
All right, I'll do
Yeah.
the cheers with you.
Oh,
All right,
cheers.
This is the final one right
We
here.
got a How about a Japanese?
Oh, do you know? Can you do a toast in Japanese?
Japanese.
Well, he's Korean.
Kanpai. Kanpai. Yeah. Kanpai is a Japanese way to say cheers.
Kanpai.
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 Oh, fantastic. All right. Here we go. See you later, everybody.
Little town with big news.